Hey, welcome everybody to another episode of the Coach's Box. We're here with all the coaches at Herculaneum La Pachanga. Thanks for tuning in as the guys are sharing the page on Facebook and Twitter and everywhere else on the socials. We got a great show for you this evening. It's playoff time. It's playoff atmosphere for football this Friday night, and we got some other things to talk about. But before we get into it, we've got an anniversary, fellas. We've got an anniversary.
Whose anniversary?
10 years.
Oh, is it it's not your 10-year anniversary, is it?
I got more gray hair than that. No, it's longer than 10 years.
So what are you trying to say about Mandy?
She's great,
Wow.
great mom.
Wow.
Great spouse.
Wow.
Something for... Hey, she's not watching anyway. What are you talking about?
She's not one of the three people watching?
No, not at all.
Wow.
But 10 year, can you guess? Blair, do you know? I know you know.
I do know.
I know you know. Do you know? Does Jarvis know?
Do I know what?
What's a 10-year?
10-year anniversary.
It's a little freeze.
Freeze. We will see you tomorrow night. What a heck of a moment. What a heck of a moment.
Also, it's another anniversary of Down the Line.
It could go. Yep.
Go crazy.
Go crazy,
folks.
So you better explain what happened here, Zach. You just kind of teased everything.
The 10-year anniversary. So David Freeze, Game 6, 2011 World Series. You know the rest, playing against the Rangers. What is it, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, all of that stuff that you dream about when you're a kid. Next thing you know, bang.
Gave me goosebumps when I watched it today.
It did.
So
Remember that feeling.
Think about it. You're a St. Louis kid. You're growing up. You're out your backyard playing wiffle ball with your friends. And then you're just doing that same moment, but then when you're an adult, you're actually getting to do it in St. Louis.
Man,
He didn't buy a beer for a long time.
I don't think
he's probably never going to buy a beer ever
If he
again.
comes to St. Louis, he
Ever.
won't.
I mean, I would hope not.
Wait, whoever does charge him for his food or his beer, he need to be beat. You kidding me? I mean, hey, so how many we won since then? Hey, hang on, count, carry the 1, and
Times 0.
Yeah.
Oh, 0.
Well,
Nope, that's it. Just that one.
I did hear a stat, though. We're talking about that, about how in the last 20 years, maybe it's the last 30 years, 15 different teams have won the World Series, and the Cardinals are one of 2 that have won more than one. So there's that.
Well, that's a plus.
That's a plus.
Definitely is.
We're spoiled. That's what everyone would say.
Oh, yeah, you know what?
Spoiled.
I don't want to hear that crap.
I don't either. I don't want to hear that crap. I don't want to hear analytics. We're not
Well,
going to.
guess what? Guess what?
I don't, you know
Hey,
what? I don't
hey.
want to hear analytics because I want Trevor Story at shortstop.
That
or
ain't
I want-
happening.
That ain't
Well,
happening.
Something needs to happen.
Hey, well, let's just go right into it.
No,
We're going to talk
are we
about
going
high
right
school,
into it?
but we might as well just broach the subject and talk about
you brought
Somali.
you dropped the Cardinals.
That's fine. Let's do it. Hey, guess what? Great
You
news.
started with Freeze, so go ahead.
Well, St. Louis Cardinals,
Great
I think
news.
the day after we had the show, went ahead and signed their new internal candidate manager.
Who called it?
Me.
Who? You?
Me.
Yeah. Yeah. What did
Yeah.
you guys say?
I was trying to think outside the box.
Wait, who'd you
we
say?
were hoping.
Wait, who'd you say?
Skippy.
No! You're wrong!
Yeah.
Price is wrong, Bob.
I just wasn't picking the same as you and Zach.
Yeah.
So
I didn't want to be.
Because
I didn't want to be a yes man.
wait,
guess
guy
what?
that's got.
I don't
that-
wanna
you
agree.
take the best. You take the best answer, and
we
that's
are,
what you go with.
I mean, we got 3 pious dudes sitting here with us. So, I mean, you know,
we don't want to be the yes man. We don't
Well,
wanna be the
guess
yes
what?
That's
We've
what
got
happened.
that
You know
for the
what?
next X amount of...
got the yes man.
Hey, it's not. You know what? X marks the spot, baby. X marks the
We'll
spot.
see.
Hey,
Hey,
a
spot of
watcher...
super spreader events.
Hey, a watcher...
Still safe. Still safe.
A viewer...
Hey, viewer.
Hey, Trusty, we're going to say, hey, he says 1 of 3. Red Sox and Giants have won multiple World Series in the last 30.
Where'd that comment go there?
So, but anyway, thanks, Drusty. Appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in.
Carpenter can play shortstop. Ron Rhodes, really?
He's going to be the Bugs Bunny, right?
I
Remember that
think he needs to
cartoon?
just stick to basketball.
He's crazy.
Going to put Carpenter in at every position,
I
right?
hate
Help
Carpenter.
help
He
the
can
analytics.
play every position. You didn't know
Sure,
that?
yeah.
He can probably manage.
He might talk about that.
He might be the new hitting coach.
Speaking of managers,
Okay.
no.
Right.
No.
What?
If there's one job that's secure, it's the hitting coach.
It's Mose Locks.
It's
Mose
Jeff
Lock.
Albert. No,
I don't think so.
Okay.
Let's open it up. Talk about your initial reaction when we heard that it's Oli Marmol.
Nailed it. Told you. Because you know
I
why?
said too.
Hey,
Yeah.
he's the best puppet available.
Well, let's
Best
look.
puppet.
What our last 3 hires? None of them had managerial experience at the major league level.
Right.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, I would just tell you that it's,
It's boring as hell, is what it is.
Agreed.
well,
It's boring.
it is.
I mean,
But you're gonna watch.
okay, yeah, whatever Mose Lock says, I'm gonna do. Yay!
That confirms that
whatever
we will
Yachty
not.
says, I'm gonna do.
No. It just confirms that we're not going to get any big time free agents. That's all that confirms.
Maybe.
No, we're not getting any. No,
You never
because it's
know.
all analytics. They're not going to spend money. Well, go ahead, Blair. What are you
Yeah,
saying?
DeWallet.
I think Mo feels a little pressure here.
No, he does. No.
Maybe when he poops.
No.
That's it. He don't feel any pressure.
No.
How's he feel any pressure?
I
He's
think
got
he's
rid
got-
of everybody that's spoke against him, evidently.
Well, here's the
Well,
point.
hey, does that sound like no? Well, can't talk about it. Don't talk about those
people-
things. Free
people.
speech.
I think the people of St. Louis, the people of around this area, the fans, I think they're going to push him a little pressure here.
No, they're going to
no.
still go up
No,
there
do you know
and
why?
spend their
Because the
money.
Cardinals were still number 4 in attendance all year.
Wait.
And so, no.
We only got him to 2023. His contract up to 2023.
That doesn't mean anything.
He'll be gone.
No.
You want to take that bet too?
He'll be gone. Well,
No,
no,
ain't
has very many
happening.
bets.
I'm
Haven't lost very many bets on this show.
You have only when you're doing betting Jarvis.
No, when you win, it doesn't matter. He doesn't pay up, so who cares?
Ouch! Wait, I thought there was
He did pay up.
there's a double or
did
nothing
pay
bet,
up.
wasn't there?
I paid up.
He did pay up.
I thought there was a double or nothing bet.
There was a double or
Yeah.
nothing bet.
What
No,
is it?
so there you go.
I forgot.
We gotta write these down.
I know. Put him on the
But if
board.
we don't
or
write
something.
them down, I don't have to pay.
Exactly. So what do you
It
think
didn't
going
happen.
forward? Yeah.
Okay,
Hey,
he's a
going
puppet.
forward.
Well,
He's a puppet.
I mean, Coach Roach is
Puppet.
watching, and he
Okay.
says that
Puppet.
Carpenter can play shortstop.
I
God.
already
Why are we
mentioned that. Where are you
Craziness.
at?
I'm behind. I'm sharing this stuff all over Facebook. Sorry, I apologize.
Speaking of, I'll take a pause. Hey, we want to say thank you. We have well over 900 followers.
Like 925.
And, that's well over.
I think. Hey, you know what we
it's
should
like
do?
over 930 now.
I think you know what we should do.
What should we do?
I think if we can get up to 1,000, I think we might be able to do. Let's just say a nice 1,100 viewers.
1,100.
If we or 1,100 followers, if we can get 1,100 followers, I will take a pie to the face
On the show,
on the show.
love it. Here we go.
Joel may not like that.
He would love it.
He would
I don't
love
care.
it.
He would love
All
it.
right.
How?
That's what they do for their birthday
How do we
celebrations.
decide which
Zach.
one of us gets to throw it?
Wait, now
Do we bring in one of those followers
if
to throw the pie?
if we get 1,200, I think Jarvis should take one to the face too.
Ooh.
Okay, because out of these followers, about 500 to 600 are from my page.
And
Hey,
if we get
three, maybe.
if we get 1,500, Blair takes one to the
Hey.
face.
I can't invite any more of my friends.
You know what you
Well,
should?
actually,
That's a
there's
safe
one,
okay.
but I won't invite him. But other than that,
I think I have the same problem.
I know we all do.
So I think
Not me.
I
not
think-
me.
I think if our followers watching the show, you've watched the show, if you invite people, you go to our
Yes.
page, hit those three
Yep.
little dots, you invite people to follow. If you can get those people up there, if we can get 1,100, I'll take the first pie. 12, you take the next. 15, Blair takes it.
How about this?
He
Next week's show, I hope we're going to be over 1,000 by next week.
I hope.
oh, yeah, we will.
Okay? I will buy 4 $10 gift certificates to La Pachanga, and we will put you can enter your name. We'll put you on this little slide thing. We'll pick it out, and I'll give them out $40 worth of gift certificates to La Pachanga if we can get over 1,000 before next week's show.
and
Well,
if
we're
we
gonna get 1,000
If we
before
get
next
if we get
week's show.
1,500, you're taking a pie to the face.
I'll take more than pie to face.
Hey! Anyway,
It's a family show. Wait, what are we talking about?
talking about
Practice?
the Cardinals.
Oh.
No, the Cardinals. But so, expectations next year? What do you think?
Tim Winkler says expect a lot of 2-1, 3-1 games because one team hits
Yeah.
2 more solo homers than the others. While it combined 20 Ks. There's your analytics.
Jeez.
That's so true, Coach. So true.
Somebody, I can't remember who we've talked about.
Everyone.
About this. Everybody. Is 250 the new 300 in terms of
Stop
batting
it.
edge?
No, it's not, because then that's Common Core math.
And that's
No.
not good.
No.
That is not good.
25%
How
is
many
not
guys-
30%.
How many people actually hit 300 or better this year?
5.
Okay. Can you confirm or deny that's that number?
It's right around. It's an approximation. Listen, hey, let me be like a politician here. I'll just throw
So
numbers
are you
at
gonna
you,
let Blair
and I'll yell it
talk,
loud. I'll yell it loud, and then it's the truth.
I thought Blair was our politician, but go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead,
don't know
Blair.
about that.
No
I'm sharing
comment.
away.
Future mayor of Herky. Go ahead.
Future mayor.
By the way, if you're 18 and older in the next election, you need to vote for Riley
man.
Blair.
Oh, man.
Whatever
Yeah.
office he is trying to run
Even
for.
if you don't
vote.
live in Herky, just come on down. Just grab a ballot.
Hey, it's 2021. You don't even have to live in a district. You can have a dead
Or be
relative
alive.
vote. You can find your way
Oh
to make
my
this guy
gosh.
get those spots.
Dead relative
Yeah.
vote.
Oh, here he is. Here he is.
Dude don't
Oh,
even
yeah.
teach history anymore.
Hey, I call it like I see it.
Oh, well, you need new glasses.
Hey, me and Stevie Wonder both, baby.
Oh,
Roll
man.
on, Zach.
All right. So are we moving on from the Cardinal business?
No,
We
no,
talk-
you gotta talk.
I think we got to talk a little bit more about it.
Oh,
mean,
go ahead.
yeah,
We
yes,
said
man.
roll on, so go
I
ahead.
know. Like, roll.
So what is your honest response to the hiring of Marmol?
It's who they want internally. Now, the good news from a player perspective, nothing changes. I think if you are a free agent wanting to come to St. Louis, that ship has sailed, because I think part of what got them going, and this is all speculation, but I think part of what got them going during that streak, or the end part, is that Arenado, Goldschmidt, Yachty, some of these older veterans just said, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to do what got me in this league in the first place, and if that's something as simple as see ball, hit ball, then that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to listen to this analytical approach. I'm going to do what's gotten me playing 10, 12, Yachty, 18, 19
Well,
years.
obviously, Schilt did that too, and that's why he's gone.
So I'm saying, once again, you want Story, not happening, because I'm going to come here and you're going to change my approach.
I think you're going to be surprised. I think they have
Show
to
me. We live in Missouri.
I
Show
know.
me.
Shohei, he's not on the market.
No.
And they're going to have to do it soon, because there's going to be a player. It's going to be a lockout again or whatever, isn't there?
December 4th.
So maybe we don't even have a season.
It's like
with the
December
CBA.
4th or
Man,
something like that, I think.
that'd be terrible to get the manager job and then not have a season.
Well, I mean, I'm still not getting paid.
He's still going to get paid.
All right.
Oh, well, I mean, for him,
He's going, yes.
Well, I mean, it's for him. I don't really care
I
about
guess.
him.
I mean, I just
Am I wrong? Tell me.
No,
You're wrong. Well,
Okay.
no, yeah.
Well, you
No,
got
you're
to
not.
get off your phone.
No,
and-
you're
I
wrong.
am sharing the show out.
I know. I'm
We've
giving you
already had
trouble.
this before.
I know. That's why I'm giving him trouble. That's why I'm giving him trouble.
Oh man,
I want to hear that.
it's funny.
Hey, maybe
was
the
right.
next week's going to be great.
Da, da.
what, is Shooty coming back too? What are we doing here?
I think we need to.
You might-
He's probably still out in Siberia. We need to reel him in.
He's literally
him
on
back?
assignment
Yeah.
for a long, long time.
Hey, we're
No,
no magic.
I mean, I'm not happy with the hire. I have nothing against the dude.
No.
I'm just sitting here going, okay, him and Schilt work together how long? Yeah, I know there's going to be differences. They're different people, blah, blah, blah. But they've been with the Cardinals.
Right.
I mean, what is so different? No, because this guy's going to say, yes, okay, John. Whatever you say, John.
Yeah, I know.
Well, yeah.
No, it's Mr. Moselock,
Mo.
Mr. Bowtie.
Mr. Bowtie.
I don't.
Well, did you hear that Gertz was asked to be interviewed and talk to the Mets for their head of baseball operations for their minor leagues?
Well, he's never worked a day in his life.
So Gertz, so our GM. So he was asked.
Why would you leave, though? Why would you want to
The
leave?
Cardinals were asked to interview him and talk to him, and
Yeah.
he turned the job down.
Oh, of course, wouldn't you?
Wow.
Hey, that you talk about free money, easy money.
he's
He
getting
doesn't
it.
do anything.
He's like a bullpen catcher.
yeah. Hey,
He might do something.
who knows what?
He might do something.
Oh, hey,
Are you going like? I mean, you're like really making this show.
these innuendos over here or what?
These
Man,
innuendos.
somebody get him a Pepsi product or something right here. Calm him down.
This guy. Man, don't get caught drinking one of those.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Hey, I don't know, but I think we did see him with a Coke in his hand.
I cannot confirm or deny.
Yes, I think I saw that.
I cannot confirm or deny.
Some kind of video. Or
I
something.
will not throw my buddy under the bus.
No.
Wouldn't do it.
So
I think we put a pin in it. It's all to be determined. He's a puppet, in my opinion.
Well, and I really think I struggle with, the organization not wanting to look outside. I think Mo said that in this press conference. That they really felt like they didn't need to look outside. That the guy that they wanted was right here inside the organization. Which, to me, I think that you felt like, as far as an organization, this was already pre-planned before the season was even over.
I wish we had Armstrong. I mean, I don't know. It's just. I mean, they didn't even call the dude, right? They didn't even talk to the dude face to face. They called the dude.
Yeah.
I just the whole thing is just.
Hold on. Is that bringing back memories for you when you dumped girlfriends or something in the past? Would you call them and?
Would you call them at all?
I just tell them. Why not? Come on, you're talking to Jarvis here. I say what I want. I call it like I see it.
Trust me, we all know.
If you tick me off, you know. I wear my heart on my sleeve.
Yes, you do.
Do you call like you see it?
Yes.
We can have a conversation here on the air. We'll see if you do.
Let's not.
What conversation is that?
Anyway, what counts in life.
Well,
so this week, go ahead.
I think, Coach Winkler says, I am hoping that the purse strings open some because Mo is anxious to show his and Albert's way is the right way.
Nope.
They'll be putting one another on each other's backs.
Patting.
Or patting. Is that what he said? Pudding. Okay, patting. I can't read.
I'm sure
It's happening.
It's PA.
Or putting up 3 to 4 more buildings outside of the left center
There you
field,
go.
which is probably
There
the
you
whole
go.
point of this whole thing.
All comes down to money. All comes down to making a profit.
Oh, yeah.
No, as we said it, I'm going to continue to say it. Cardinal fans, we're the best fans in baseball. If you don't like the product, don't spend your money. Yeah. That's the only way that is going to have any effect about wanting to get a roster that we want to watch. That's the only way. But you know what? Guess what? We're still going.
Show up.
We're still going to show up because we are the best fans in baseball. Wyatt.
I've been in, I don't know.
And I think he just said that with the left center field. That is a money pit for them, and I think that they understand that. So it really doesn't matter what product they put on the field. That's still going to happen. That's still going to be there. That's still going to put the money involved in it. I just
Damn,
feel like
Coach Winkler. You got dumped by Saxony on a phone call, too? Man,
Dang,
like
that stinks.
like Mike Schilt.
Oh.
Hey. But bringing it back to the local scene.
Diet Catholic.
Oh, man. Talking about the local scene over here.
Before we go into football,
Go ahead.
I think I saw a message up here at the top from Coach Bull about how about districts in basketball is setting up boys and girls won't play on the same nights. What do you think about that? The new thing this year that boys and girls will not play on the districts on the same nights.
Go ahead and spend that money. Just get in the bus and drive. It's cheap now to drive.
So my point of it is,
gas prices are cheap. Just jump in that bus and drive it a few hundred times in a week. Who cares?
But my other thing is that kills atmospheres. Like you put boys and girls championship nights in the same building. It's an absolute awesome.
I'm going to go one step further from what he's saying. No. I'm going to go one step further and flip it, put it on its head, and say they need to potentially have 2 completely different systems for districts. So take the girls and the rubber band that we've talked about and made fun of, and do a girls' districts, and then do a complete. Because there's no why. Because it makes sense. Why have one district of 4, one district of 8, one district of 6, one district of 7? No. Hey, if you're going to have 200 girls teams and 250 boys teams, why do you have to sit here and try and, put things together? No, they're its own entity. Boys are its own entity. They're all playing and they're all going to the same place, which is down to Springfield. So what does it matter that you two are in the same district? What does it matter that you two are in the same class? Does it affect you? No. Is it going to affect you? No.
Well, in private schools, it's different because you can be.
I'm saying in general.
Because
That's what I'm saying,
our
though.
girls' team can be in a different class than our boys' team.
Which is fine because the way that what he's putting it is it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. It's affecting the girls and the boys separately. It's not affecting it together as far as, well, you got to go on this night to this place and you got to go in this class, but you're this place.
Well, you're trying to. What's the phrase I always mess up?
Same thing.
You're trying to put a square peg in a round hole, and this is why you get one team, Scott County Central, in girls every year. No, when you can go less than an hour north and get in another district, but because they have to try and one size fits all everything. No, you don't have to do that. But once again, it's common sense.
Well, I'm gonna move my kid to Scotts County Central, but they're gonna get district championships every year.
Hey,
they don't
Got
just
banners.
Hey,
Can I coach there?
They get patches.
hey, where other schools have.
Hey, maybe me and you could go down there. And we can all get
Oh gosh.
we can get us a district title.
We can find a way here.
I mean, is that too much of common sense?
No, I think
don't-
that's a good point, and I think that's something that a lot of times we talk about this, and we'll go into this when we talk about football. But I really don't think outside the box as far as Misha looks at affecting every kid. I don't think that they look at how they affect
look at
every
the
kid.
off-season thing they just came up with.
It's absolutely.
Did you take
Wait,
hold
where's
on.
Josh?
Did you take the rules test
Coach
yet?
Spool.
Did
Yes.
you take the?
Oh,
did
yeah.
you see the chart that they
All right,
had?
pass. And they screwed it up. And had
Well,
to
I'm
send
just
out
saying
another-
the chart that just said, here's your regular season, here's your off season,
Yes.
here's your contact days, and you got it.
And now you can have open practice.
and open. I mean, come on.
Why do you tell us that 6 weeks ago or
Come
7 weeks ago
on.
when we're supposed to be? Now you can have an open practice.
What do you mean?
In your 7-week time. You can have an open practice. You just can't consider it as part of the process.
What do you mean? Right now I could have a open.
Not this week.
Oh,
'cause it's
just that week.
But any other time, you could have had an open gym instead of considering it a practice. And kids from other sports could have came to it.
What?
Yeah, it was on that friggin' test I took. It was the craziest thing ever. I'm not kidding you. Go back and watch it.
I haven't taken the rules test yet.
Well, good
I
luck.
did. I
You
did
know,
today.
hold on, wait a second. Hold on.
Good
I've
luck.
already taken it. Oh, the head coach over here.
Hey, coach,
Jeez Louise.
I got sources.
Aren't you a teacher?
Yeah,
You teach during the day?
yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
I just watched Disney
Apparently.
Plus
Yeah.
and hang out with Kevin. We do important stuff.
Oh.
I teach.
Has anyone even said that we have Kevin, our guy?
Oh,
here?
hey,
Hey,
Kevin's here.
hey.
Kevin, say hi to the folks. Just making sure. I didn't think your mic was on. Now there it is. Yeah. he's-
did that on purpose, so I can make my comments like
Oh my gosh.
Man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can do that. It's okay.
Oh.
All of our Lutheran people just dropped
Yeah,
off.
thanks.
They're gone.
It's okay.
No,
We'll make
but-
fun of everybody else if you want. Hey, you know, it's comedy. When you talk about comedy, you should be able to make fun of people.
No, because then you're
You get
canceled.
canceled.
Coach Winkler says, will there be a host school, one site, or like it last year? It's actually going to be one site.
One
One
side.
side.
One full site. every
Unless
Dun, 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 dun.
I
I guarantee you
your
it's-
spectators break the COVID rules.
I
And then
guarantee
you
you where
don't.
it's not going to be at. Did you hear this on the news from yesterday? It's not going to be in the Hazelwood School District.
Yeah.
Nope.
So if you check that out on STL
I
today.
didn't read the whole article, but
Yeah.
unless they play each other.
Unless they
Unless
play,
they play each other.
Yeah. Hey, we'll at least give Misha a clap for that. I like
I'm
that.
not giving a clap. Are you kidding me?
They did something right. You have to finally give them a clap. You gotta-
You're one for 50.
Are they,
Hey,
are they
first
doing
one-
what's,
Johnny.
First
Keep
one's
shooting.
always the hardest.
are they doing what's best for kids? Is Michigan doing what's best for kids, or are they doing what's best for the dollar bills?
I don't know. We talked about it today in current events class. We asked them, and all the kids, they were like, "Man, it's going to stink to have a home game, but I'd rather play in front of fans."
Absolutely.
You know, I'd
Absolutely.
rather play in. So
What's? I guess if Misha makes money, it's good for kids, right?
Well, here's what I'll say, and I don't dish much about. I don't talk much about it, but I've seen it this year a lot more than I've seen it in the past. Where, and Kevin could probably mention this, and I think I mentioned it on our group chat earlier today, that you have so many smaller schools that kids do dual sports during their season. So, like, for instance, right now they could be doing a softball and volleyball. They could dual sport or whatever at a smaller school to be able to create a team. Well, there could be a possibility where softball's playing in the Final Four and, volleyball's playing in the quarterfinals or the sectionals. So, and now that kid's got to choose on the same day what sport they're going to go play for. So who does that let down? Who does that let down? That lets down every single kid in that school district that's a part of those two teams. Because now that kid has to choose which one they're going to go to attend. And, we can't make exceptions for the rule because we feel like we're letting somebody get by with something if we do that. Well, here's the thing. Why are we here? Why is this organization here? Is it for the kids or not? That's my biggest feat, and that's my biggest fight.
The thing I'll say to that is you're going to open Pandora's box if you start moving things around for a small handful. And I get it. I understand why. You want that cross-country kid to be able to run in the district and play in the softball Final Four.
Right.
It's very easy to do a sport now. But, you're going to, when you're talking about also having to then balance volleyball and some other things, there's just not enough days in the calendar in order to do that type of thing and to make it work. I know I really sound like I'm siding with Mission. I hate that. I now have heartburn because of it. It's tough to do. If you do it once, they're going to expect you to do it.
And I'm not going to lie. I was going to say the same thing when you guys in the text message, but I was like, I'm going to wait till the show. There's not enough days in the calendar to be able to schedule all these events on different days.
Well, I think there is enough days in the calendar to postseason. You control postseason dates. You control it from the very get-go. So you can say, well, we're going to start, let's just say we're going to start, maybe we'll start softball a week ahead, and it ends.
So we're going to shorten their season.
No, you're going to start it a week ahead, and it's going to end a week earlier. And you're going to start football maybe a week or volleyball.
Sounds
whatever.
like a scheduling nightmare, an AD nightmare.
If it's consistent across the board, then it's set up that way. I don't think any postseason.
Think about it right now, though.
You can't move softball around because I've got kids coming back from club national tournaments and then starting tryouts the very next week. So if
Right.
you move that and then you already shorten the week, I'm already absolutely just mystified that Michigan thinks player safety is important and then saying, softball, go ahead and schedule 35 games in 6 weeks.
Yeah.
It's completely mystifying to me. I don't care how many you have. It's not safe.
No.
Do it. I don't care
No.
what they say about softball pitchers being able to throw all the time. It's still not safe on the arm. It's still not safe to do those things. 35 games in 6 weeks. In 8 weeks is just absurd.
We talked about that a few times on the show about when you get in that situation, are the kids going to pick select ball or are they going to pick school ball? And Kevin's saying that they're gonna be picking select ball. So me personally,
I've
Kevin.
seen
Kevin,
I've seen it.
You guys do fall sports. What do you think about just moving the schedule back and bumping everything back a week or 2 weeks? Because here's the thing. Here's what I don't like. I don't like the fact that you guys are going to be starting, or at least let's say on the boys' side, you guys are going to be starting your season, and you're not going to have all your players. I don't think that's right.
Well, I think that the other thing that you take into consideration here is, okay, so you've lost those kids for that amount of time. They're still playing another sport, mind you, but we already don't have enough practices. We barely have enough practices before our first game contest now. Your first contest can be the 20th. You start on the 1st. You got to get 14 days in before that. So, you're really pushing, the kids and putting them in a bad spot. Once again, we're not setting the kids up for success.
Well,
And just like he said, you're not setting the kid up for success to play 35 softball games in 8 weeks. That's ridiculous.
If we win Friday, I'm going to be coaching football until 5, and then I'm going to go do basketball from 5:30 to 8. I hate how they're back to back like that.
It's too much.
And it didn't used to be when we played.
No.
It didn't used to be.
No.
Now, if you were down regionals, sectionals, then sure. But I don't.
There's no downtime. Money, money, money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. I wish they would bump everything. You know, we kind of talked about that before, about just the scheduling and saying, hey, either start early August, 1st of August, and have the fall sports up a week or two, or start your winter season a couple weeks later. Maybe start it week of Thanksgiving. I know Chris is going to say no because of all the Thanksgiving tournaments, but if it makes things easier for everybody, start a new tradition.
I've often said that basketball's really a long season. It's almost 4 months anyway.
Right.
It's probably the one season that can probably get by with having a little bit cut off at the beginning, just to kind of alleviate what Jarvis was saying. Because Portel over at Pius is the same way. He's coaching soccer until 5 in the middle of a district tournament where he's got 3 soccer games that week, and then having girls practice at like 6 or 7 in the evening before going home, and then coming back to teach at 7:30 in the morning. It's going to be a long week.
I really just think that it would probably be a good idea to like you said, just really I'd back up fall sports. Mm-hmm. They can start early. Mm-hmm. It's not going to hurt anybody. Mm-hmm. And then move basketball deeper into December.
I play in a Thanksgiving tournament. We can't do that.
Well, then I guess you're one of the however many schools in Missouri that get to do that, and everybody else can't. Who cares? I'm just saying. Because then, if you're in the Thanksgiving tournament, then give those people an exemption on how many practices they need before they can play. Right. You get to play in the Thanksgiving tournament. Great. Instead of having 14 practices, you only have to have 9 or 10.
I go back to this though, and I know you're going to say safety, but if those kids are playing in another sport, aren't they already practicing?
Yes.
Is there? Do they really need 14 practices? I mean, is that something that has? Where do they get that number from? It just kind of seems arbitrary that they're going to say, "Well, hold on, time out. You can actually do a real life game. We'll just call it a jamboree after day 9, but you can't play a contest that matters for win and loss record."
Yeah, and
until after day 14. That just doesn't make any sense.
I don't know that number is legit to me, because I don't know that it makes a difference. I mean, we need probably more days to have practice to be able to get everything you need to get in and before your first game to be successful. But especially if you've gotten like this situation where he's not going to could possibly not have his boys, for a week, and the same concept. So you just look at that.
Well, and if you're like Valley, you might not have him for
3 or 4 or 5 weeks.
Mm-hmm. I mean, 3. I know R7 last year, Coach Breeze went and played Hancock and basically had his JV.
Mm-hmm. Well, it looks like the state championships, I think I saw that posted today, was December 4th.
Yeah.
December 4th is the state championship game.
You're going to start August and you're going to go all the way to December. But that goes into our conversation when we talk about it. And maybe, Chris, if you guys want to take a break and we come back and we can actually talk about high school, the football playoff, because that to me is another can of worms that maybe we can discuss. So you ready? You want to do a commercial? Go to commercial.
We can go to commercial.
All right, so we'll cut this thing to commercial here. Or at least we'll try to. And you guys are watching the Coach's Box.
Hey everyone, this is Chris Miller from the Coach's Box. Really appreciate you guys joining us tonight for our broadcast. And right now I just want to show you how you can follow us on Facebook so you can be a part of all the fun that we have on a weekly basis. So if you search in Facebook for the Coach's Box, you scroll down, you find this little button right here that says follow. I click it. Now I'm following the show. I get a chance to see all of our old broadcasts, all of our old shows, and get to be a part of the fun that we have on a weekly basis. We really enjoy doing the show. We love interacting with our fans through Facebook comments, Facebook posts. It ends up being a lot of laughs. We rip on each other. We'll talk sports. We'll talk life. We'll talk a little bit about everything. So if you want to be a part of that fun too, join us weekly for the Coach's Box right here on our Facebook page that you're now following.
Hey, all right, so we're back after our commercial break, or as we like to say, potty break for the guys. They just, can't hold their liquid anymore. I guess they're getting old, but it is what it is. So, but,
staying hydrated.
Stay hydrated.
Put his mic on mute. I want to hear that no more. That's what he's talking about.
Hey, but no, coming back from break, let's go ahead and talk a little high school football, and we can do some rundown of the playoffs. And when we did our ball game, or we did the stream, which we'll say thanks again to Herculaneum and to Perryville for allowing us to broadcast or stream the game for these guys on week 9. And we said that had you guys won, that you were going to basically wrap up a 4 seed for districts. And so we'll kind of go through those playoff pictures in a bit. I'm going to say this. I don't coach football.
But you announce football really well.
Hey, I appreciate that.
That was hot. That's a hot mic.
It's a hot mic. Yeah. I'm going to say this, though. I do not like this playoff system, this computer. I think it's worse than what they had in college football however long ago, and I think it's absolutely ridiculous. And I'm going to use the Lancers as an example. And then you guys can yell at me. Chris will tell me I'm wrong per usual.
You're wrong.
And the people that are watching, all 2 of you guys can chime in and say this. So you're going to tell me the way the system is created that you've got Team A and Team B. Both have the exact identical record. Okay? Team A is above Team B going into the last week. Team A plays a team that is undefeated, number 2 in the state, 2 classes above the team that you're playing, and loses. Team B plays a team that hasn't won a game yet, that's still in the lowest class, and somehow points don't matter, who you play doesn't matter, rankings don't matter, and they flip-flop. So what you're telling me is, go ahead next year, go play 9 cupcakes, and you're going to be 1 seed in district. Because obviously the way the system is right now doesn't mean a hill of beans if you're going to play somebody that's state ranked, that's somebody that's undefeated, and it does you no good, because playing that team cost you a home playoff game, or the opportunity for a home playoff game. And go.
I don't like it. I don't like the system the way it's put together. I don't think that it benefits teams that want to play a tougher schedule. It doesn't really benefit you.
Why?
Because at this point, your tougher schedule, you got a loss, they got a win, and they jumped above you because they won, you lost. Mm-hmm. But you played a tougher schedule, tougher game, tougher opponent. Mm-hmm. You still didn't get the most out of that. So, they say that that the point system, if you play a class above you or whatever, and you win by 14 or plus. I don't even know.
What if you lose to that team, though?
Well, I don't think you get as much. You don't get as much points, but you still do get points for playing a class above you. But I don't think that it benefits the whole process.
No.
I mean, who is it benefiting? Who is it benefiting?
The team that plays the cupcakes.
Yeah.
That's who it benefits.
Yeah.
So, I think the system needs to be changed as far as if you're going to do a point system, you got to change it. And you've got to change it where, once again, I still don't think that every single team should make the playoffs.
I don't either.
I just don't think that that's legit.
I just wish we would go back to the 4-team districts and be done.
Now, and
I know a lot of people don't like that, but
because now everybody gets the chance to do it.
But you did.
Poor little Johnny don't get a chance to play.
There was a handful of years where you still had the 4-team format and the top 2 went.
I don't even care if you do that.
Well, and then Coach Winkler makes a good point. Why doesn't football have seed meetings like every other sport does?
Thank you, Coach. That's exactly what I was going to say. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, or whatever the saying is. How come we for years have got to sit here and we've got to talk and we've got to try and politic our way into getting what we think is going to be a good seed for us and a good matchup? But then because football is different, they get this point system and
let's be honest, you can go to one of those district seed meetings and
Somebody's gonna play the system.
People play the system. People play.
Yeah.
But
we saw
you
it
can.
happen.
But
Yes.
I don't think you can when you're at 8-0 or you're at 9-0, and you say, "I've beat this many teams that are a class above us. We've beat this many state-ranked teams." Now, here's where I don't like, and this goes into the whole scheduling and the districts. If you're in a district, in my opinion, conference, no conference, if you're going to have an 8-team district, then those teams need to be on your schedule. Do a better job with the scheduling.
But you don't get a chance to have your. It's just like basketball. The biggest problem that we have now is our district assignments and our class assignments come out a week after the season after we started practice.
That's absolutely stupid.
So I can't schedule any of my district opponents, and even when it used to be different, you get on a 2-year cycle with a team. Then you're out of that district. So you play your district opponents 1 year, and then you got to play a team that's not in your district.
You guys and us both. We sometimes go south. We sometimes go north.
Yeah, the rubber band stretches this way or this way sometimes.
And I think it just depends on who's throwing the darts and how many pitchers are on the table. But seriously, I mean, we don't know where we are a lot of times.
Pitchers of
beer. I mean, come on, beer. Hell yeah. So,
America.
I mean,
go ahead.
Yeah, America. I mean, what? We never know what district. Like, I mean, we were south this past year, right? We may go north this year. Look where our volleyball went. Our volleyball went north this year. So is that telling us we're going to go north this year? I don't know. I mean, and that where districts are changing. I don't know. There's so much crap that needs to be fixed. Well, if they just listen to us a little bit more.
There's so much less.
Tune in our show. We'll tell you what to do.
I think that you would solve all problems with seeding if it come down to head-to-head. And you played every single body head-to-head. It would be a lot easier for you to be able to.
If we all played
each other in their district. So whoever's in your district, you're playing them once, at least once.
Yeah.
And it's a head-to-head competition. Mm-hmm. Okay, hey, you beat me. Mm-hmm. Good enough.
Yeah.
But I could go and beat you and still be below you because it doesn't matter. I mean, maybe I played a tougher schedule, but I beat you.
Maybe you beat 3 crappy Class 5 schools, and so you jumped me.
Hey, bigger schools.
But it's the case. It's the truth.
It's true.
And it really does not do justice to like some schools. You know, they want to strengthen their schedule. They want to put your kids in the best.
How does Illinois do it? I mean, we should just do what they do.
How do they? Hey,
wait, are they even playing football?
Yes, they are.
Oh, they do play football over there.
Hey, how do the communists do it?
I'll tell you. Here's what they do over there.
The Benton shirt over there just made me think of Illinois. So go ahead.
I'll be there on Saturday.
First, you have to sing a happy birthday to Lennon or something, and then you.
Man! They watch the montage of Rocky IV when they.
When Drago's coming up. You got all that Russian national anthem going.
That's such a great movie.
Great movie. Go ahead.
So they do set up an enrollment break, and they have the 5 classes, and they set up an enrollment break. And then they go off of your record, okay? And then they go off of playoff points. Well, what playoff points considers is how many wins each team that you played has. So you could be 7-2 and only have 26 playoff points because your team's 9 teams that you played haven't won, but only won 26 games combined. Mm-hmm. Or you could be 6-3 and have 57 playoff points, and you're going to get a better opportunity to get a better seed because you have playing a tougher schedule and still have a winning record and get more playoff points. Now, everybody makes the playoffs if you are 6-3 or better. If you're 5-4, it's going to depend on how many teams are made 6-3. There's a cut line, and then that's how many teams are in each class. And then they start going back up across the board.
So that week 10 game, if you're crappy, you're just playing someone else crappy, and then someone gets.
That's exactly what I think should happen. I think you should
toilet bowl game.
Hey, which is perfectly fine.
I kind of like it
because here's what I'm going to tell you: if you are that program, you're struggling. Okay, do you want to go play Hayti and lose 80-0?
No, let's go play St. Mary's.
No, go play St. Mary's or Cardinal Ritter.
Okay, or or
I've
do
had
you want to go play
nights at Cardinal Ritter?
Do you want to go play, or how about this? Go 3 hours on a bus down to Caruthersville and lose 70-0.
Yeah.
Or do you want to play
somebody
somebody else that is comparable to you, and then have a chance if you are the coach, if you're the head coaches, and build off of next year? It's no different than the MAC conference or Sun Belt or whatever, going to a bowl and winning a bowl game. That you put an emphasis on winning your last bowl
Tax
game.
Slayer Bowl.
There, hey, that's perfectly fine.
I like it.
But it's something to, and the reason why I like it, I think it gives an opportunity for, as far as if you had success in the regular season, you get rewarded for it.
Yeah.
You can be a football team here and go 0-9,
right,
and make it to this Final Four. And the way this shoots it up, I mean,
that's the probability of that happening is very slim.
It is if you're playing the number 1 ranked team and across the board in every class.
Or you do what has happened multiple times so far, and you have teams that just say, we're done. Class 4, Class 3, Class 1, and 8-man.
Well, look at
teams have said we're done. It doesn't benefit us to go play so and so, who's number 1, and we're an 8 seed, and it does nothing for us to go out and know that we're going to get drilled.
Here's a good example. Look at the St. John Valley game. Okay, so St. John is what, Class 4, right?
No, they're both 3.
Oh, they're both 3 now.
Both in your district.
Okay,
Both
before
of
they
us.
were not, when they weren't 3. Yeah, they're both in our district. But when they weren't 3, and if it was set up the same way, you lose to the number 1 ranked team in a class below you, but you lose to them by 6. But you're going to lose more points because they were below you.
Exactly.
Correct.
When I could have played some crappy Class 4 school,
Right.
I just think.
Maybe we should do it like the communists do.
Well,
I'm going to say that Illinois is doing something right there.
This is me.
It pains me.
No.
I can feel the heart attack coming right now.
What was it? Oh, Elizabeth. I say you have 6 team districts, teams of 6, and then what you wind up doing is 5 and 6 play each other in week 10, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4, they're the ones going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
And and though you have 5 games, so you're going to play 5 district opponent games. That's going to determine your seeding, and then you have 4 that if they happen to be conference, or if they're part of your 5 that are in the conference, then you just pick up whatever non-cons. Easy enough. Boom. Done. Hey,
Now-
what would that take? 10 seconds? Come on now.
Now, should we adopt something similar to that for basketball?
I think
the
you
point
should
system?
have to. No, I think you should have to play who's in your district. Now with basketball, because you get 26 games, because you do at the collegiate level, if you wanted to go home and home, but if you have a 6-team district. If you have an 8-team, because of scheduling purposes, then you're only, in my opinion, you only play them one time.
Right.
And then that's how you seed. And then if there's any contest, then you can figure something else out.
The major problem with that is, though, okay, in football, the chances of football, a lot of Ted Lasso. So the last seeded team in your district, how often in football does that team ever win
No.
Not very
against the
often.
No,
top seed?
just like basketball.
No, but it has happened more often in basketball. In
4 times to 1, no. 8 seeds barely win. Ain't happening.
We played a number 1 seed not too long ago, and it was a pretty darn close game.
Did the 1 seed win?
Well, they won, but
Okay,
I'm
there
just
you go.
saying there's more of a chance in basketball than there is in football.
There
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know if you can
No,
do that in
'cause
basketball.
I've
I
seen-
put the games. I let the 8 seed play or the last seed play in the playoffs in basketball. Football's a different monster.
That's fine. If you wanted, it's no different than
But for
having your
seed-
conference tournaments at the NCAA and then the winner. That's fine.
I wish we would have went home and away in our conference. It would have
Talking
made
about basketball?
Yeah, in basketball.
Hey, but I want to
Why?
bring
Because
this up.
you
but,
want to save it every year.
We talk about the college football.
Well, might
We're
as well.
talking about these teams that don't play anybody on the regular season, but they're 9-0. We're not going to consider them into the Final Four, but we can consider anybody else.
well.
We consider Alabama that's lost the game. We're going to put them in the Final Four because they lost one game.
But that goes against your argument from last week.
That's what I'm saying is
The whole thing that you've been saying right now is you're playing somebody. You play somebody.
But what I'm saying is what you're saying with the 1-8 matchup.
I'm saying that you're saying that he's saying.
Who's on
Nobody's
first?
saying.
Yeah.
Who's on first?
I think there is an easy way to solve this issue, And
Common
here's
sense.
the thing,
Play head to
common
head.
sense. But here's the other thing. So you take these teams, and then we don't have a football program this year. We have a football program next year. Whatever. Okay, great. Here's your team. Here's your district. And if you know what, if that 6-team district, one of those teams are out, okay, then you're out, and you just have a bye to the next one. You just have a bye to the next round. What do you think, Jarvis? You're the football coach.
Well,
No comment. I thought you told it like you said.
Riveting, Monty.
He's got a real tough one this year.
I'd already said.
His poor district this year is tougher than any that I ever
play the
seen.
4. You got 4-team districts. Go back to old school. You win, you play on. You don't, you lose. You're done. I'm so tired of all this points, this, that. Oh, let's beat them by 13 so that we can get this.
See,
that.
that opens up now. Once again, you don't care because you don't believe in falling forward.
No, you
But it
never
opens-
fall forward. If I have
Here
a
we
freshman
go.
on the freaking
But that opens up
field,
another can of worms of hey, listen, I've got to beat you by a certain amount of point. So you're up by 6 to this guy, and it's in the waning seconds of the game. Next thing you know, you throw a 50-yard bomb for a touchdown. He's mad at you, and then you're like, "Whoa, sorry, man, I got to get 13 points." And,
Yeah.
you're thinking, I called off the dogs already. Why aren't you taking a knee? I got to get the points.
no one's calling off the dogs if you're a 6-point game. I don't care if there's 35 seconds left. I don't think you're calling
You're
off
taking
dogs.
a knee.
You might
That's
be
what.
taking a knee, but if I have my
I'm
3
saying,
timeouts, I mean,
if
you're not
you
going to be able to
need-
take a knee.
I just like the fact that you guys are arguing.
I just hate the whole fall forward wussy
You
crap.
Where's my
get my
popcorn
point,
at?
though. If we're talking about you, this is the point system, and you're only up 6, and you have to get that
We
magic
went
number.
for 2 the other night because we knew we wanted to beat Perryville. We wanted to make sure we beat them by 13.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was going
how
to
much
cost
you
the
beat
difference
him by?
between home or
Home or away game.
Yes.
How much you beat him by?
What was the score?
24-10, I believe.
Yeah,
Oh.
24-10, 14.
And where can you watch that game?
Right here.
Yeah,
Coach
you could've
Box
watched
Facebook
it on
page.
You could have watched it on the Coach's Box.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might
Hey,
have-
you
you
didn't
might
have to
have
pay anything either, did
Yeah,
you?
it's free.
Free.
Hey,
But
And
it was
listen, I'll
nice
tell
if
you
you
what's
liked
not.
and followed
Hey,
if you watched
hey,
it.
you-
What's not free anymore is the daggum playoffs.
Mission
TV.
Mission.tv.
What? Misha is what?
Well, I saw
Highway
they're
Robin.
taking, so they're taking part of the pie, even though like there is some streaming services out there streaming games. They have to do it through Mission TV.
Yeah, there's several of them that do it. There's a couple that do in the Boot Heel. There's some around here, but
What I'm saying is,
And if it's
there's also a
somebody else.
scam.
Oh, there is some scams
There's a
out
Chinese scam going on.
there, supposedly.
Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
in Missouri and Illinois,
Yep.
apparently.
Missouri and Illinois. Yep.
No, this is real. This is
It's
real.
real.
I know it's coming out of Chris's mouth, but no, it's real.
What does that mean?
wow.
I can't wait till practice
I was going to
starts.
say he only has a few more days to be able to be like this.
Man, I want to sit at the end of that
man.
All I'm saying is that after every day and after every game, when I go to sleep,
Just go to sleep.
go to sleep, buddy. I
So
ain't
I'm
losing
buzzing. I'm
it.
gonna blow that phone.
Hey, you know what? Hey,
Go ahead, mute it.
Mandy will be shutting it off.
It's all right.
exactly.
Mandy will be shutting that thing off.
It's all right.
Oh, but go ahead.
I mean, I don't feel like that the point system has benefited anybody at all, honestly. Because, I mean, you looked at your district, a team that hadn't won a game
You saw DeBerg
was ahead of somebody else
not
that won.
playing.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
that's part of the teams that said, "Hey, the heck with it." You know, you've got a Class 4, and it's out there, so we can talk about it. St. Charles. Now, I have not heard one way or the other if it's COVID related, if it's not, if it's just saying, "Hey, you know what? We don't really want to play," because if it's the kids saying, "Here, coach, I'm done," you know, and
They're getting
we-
ready for basketball.
or hey, but think about it.
Wrestling.
Okay? Let's go 8-man.
And that's what the argument is. Okay, that's what I wanted to say earlier, and
Go ahead.
I'm glad you just said that.
You're
that was
welcome.
going to be my argument earlier when we said, well, the 0-9 team, and then, they'll play a Dust Bowl. Well, if I'm the starting center of the basketball team, I don't want to play in that Dust Bowl and get hurt. I'm just going to go on to basketball.
Well,
and that's going to be your argument of making every game count.
Correct.
Every regular season game counts so that you don't have kids that do that.
I can see that.
Especially,
Or the
especially
opposite.
at a small school. And Michigan doesn't think about small schools. I mean, ASPROL and the rule that they made about the open gym / practices. They're not concerned about the multi-sport athlete. They're concerned about big schools, in my opinion.
Well, that goes to, I mean, and it's 8-man, and I know that the game is different and scores are different, but there was one team that
92 to
it was
something.
90 to 22.
As a former Grandview guy who's gotten his butt kicked before, yeah.
So that team forfeited which caused another team to play. That team also forfeited.
Yes.
Yeah. Two schools forfeited because they didn't want to play that. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Schuyler or some
Schuyler County.
Okay, there you go.
Schuyler County, yeah.
You know.
Home of the Rams.
Okay, so there you go. But I know 8-man is different when we talk about scoring. So maybe 90 to 22 is.
Well, I don't know. I don't know either. I just know who the coach is. So Chris knows.
Do I?
Yeah, you know him.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
That's all I guess.
Former
all there.
Grandview guy.
Oh.
It just baffles me though that they go off this point system, and a team that hasn't won a game is ahead of teams that have won 4 or 3.
But when your schedule,
How many are like that though? Have you looked?
But there's a decent amount of teams that some teams are 7-2 and some teams are 5-4 are ahead of the 7-2 teams.
That's because
of point systems.
That's because and it's conference
Well,
play.
and they're rewarding if you're a Class 2 school and you played a bunch of Class 4s.
And I get that if you're winning, I get
Or
that's fine.
you could
But
be-
if you're not,
You could be Class 3 and have 6-7 schools, or Class 1 and Class 2, and maybe you do it that
or
way.
could be in your conference.
No
that
conference.
that you can't have.
Why? To me, it
Can't handle it. You got to play them.
if I'm a larger school, there ain't no way in hell I want to play any smaller school in my conference. Forget it.
No.
I want to be an independent.
Yes.
Schedule my own teams.
Yes.
So
You would think that, but yet that doesn't exactly happen around this area.
well,
But
I mean,
anyway.
it's because the point system's jacked, and
Right.
they can still get their points if the
Right.
point system was legit like it should be. If I'm a Class 4 school and I'm playing a bunch of Class 2 schools in my conference, I'm not getting all these points, and ergo, I'm not going to be as good
Right,
and have a
right.
good district seating. And if I'm a Class 2 school playing a bunch of Class 4 schools in my conference and getting the hell beat out of me, then I should look pretty good when I go play teams my own size when districts come around, if I am a pretty competitive team within my own class.
And that's, a lot of people are talking about Roosevelt because we have Roosevelt, right? You got to look at
Teddy or Franklin?
Roosevelt, the Rough Riders. And so if you look at their schedule, they played Jackson. They played DeSmet.
Yeah.
They played some big boys.
Yes.
All right. So, yeah, they only got one win. They beat DeBerg about as bad as we beat DeBerg. So, I mean, this is not going to be like we're going to walk on the field and just win this game. I mean, we're going to have to fight.
Yes.
And it's because of the schedule they played. I mean, I would assume that they played some better teams than we played. That's all there is to it. You know.
I mean,
So you're talking. We might as well just go into it. So you're Class 3, District 2. Okay. So looking at you got the number 1 team in Class 3 in St. Mary's, the number 2 ranked team in the state, Valley Catholic,
And?
in the same district. Number 3
And then you have St. John.
St. John. And then Herky at the 4, Roosevelt at the 5, and then wrapping it up, Bayless at the 6.
Yeah, because DeBerg
DeBerg went ahead and
said
DeBerg
nope.
with Hancock. But I go back to, once again, because they're kind of co-op, the kids at Hancock might have said, it's basketball season. I want to go to basketball. Why do I want to play Valley Catholic? Why do I want to risk getting hurt for basketball season?
True.
When we're going to play the number 2 ranked team and they're going to drub us by whatever they want. They're not going to call the dogs off till late because that's what they're known for. Why put myself through that if I'm a high school kid?
Well, I mean,
for love of the game.
whoever wins our game, look who they get to play.
Great
Yeah,
movie.
St.
St.
Mary's.
Mary's.
They get to play St. Mary's.
Which goes back to, and you're not going to like it. You guys do it in softball. They do it in soccer. In my opinion, it needs to go around and say if baseball it's the same way. You get to a certain level, game's over with. Game's over.
The mercy rule?
Yeah. Go. Hey, whether it's 42, 49, whatever you want to call it. Hey, game's over. It's it. Otherwise, what are you playing? Tell me why it's 49-0. All you are doing, you talk about safety of kids. All you're doing is getting a chance at somebody getting hurt.
Well, and especially if the team that has 49 still has the first string quarterback, running back, offensive line.
That never happens.
No, I watched a movie once back in like 04. Movie Miles. Tore his ACL.
Billy Bob shouldn't have had him in the game.
Billy Bob, you're getting
no. Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I was gonna say,
I know exactly.
you had your
I didn't have Varsity Blues and Friday Night Lights confused. Billy Bob Thornton.
the Dawson Creek's quarterbck varsity blues and
John Mox.
I don't want your life.
I don't want your life.
It's the best line in that whole movie.
Oh, my
For
goodness.
every person's dad who wants to live vicariously through them, I felt that. I felt that.
Oh, wow.
Man. Hold on, time out.
Yeah, well, I saw that in high school, and I'm like,
I see the name being erased from the will.
that'd be great if they have internet down there.
So
They can't watch videos.
Think about this district. So you're talking class 4 locally. You got Hillsboro, state ranked. They're like, I think, 8, 7, 8. They're the 1 seed. Then you've got Festus at the 4, Sykeston at the 5, North County at the 2, DeSoto at the 7, Farmington at the 3, Perryville at the 6. That's gonna be a good district, I think.
What are the matchups right now? Then?
So right now it's Festus Sykeston at the 4-5, North County at the 2-7, and then Farmington at the 3-6.
4-5 game ought to be decent.
Yeah, and say Festus pulls through, you got 2 local schools, 2 rival schools.
We've been there, done that. Old Festus in Hillsboro.
How'd that go?
This year,
Yes.
Hillsboro.
Hillsboro
Oh,
won
I
it
know.
this year.
I was just wanting to hear Jason say it.
Oh, when I was in
No,
when I was in high
I don't
school-
care about that. Nobody cares about that. That's
I,
been a
when
long
I was
time
in
ago.
high school, it went well.
That's pretty Y2K. Nobody cares.
Yeah, but I care. I care.
Oh.
I get my Letterman jacket out every Friday night after
Yes,
a
I
football
do.
game.
I think that's going to be good. I think Hillsboro's rolling. You know, I think if Festus goes and North County Farmington match up, you have the 2 type of games here where Hillsboro's ground and pound versus Festus being the spread. And you tell me, what do you think plays better for high school age kids?
Ground and pound.
Well, the ground and pound. If you have the people to ground and pound.
Have you seen the junior tandem, the cousins or whatever, those running backs at Hillsboro? Have you seen them? Patterson and what the other kid is?
That's what I'm saying. But Festus doesn't have that type of kids. So
Well, you know,
It's Festus.
but-
They got a D1 guy that's going to Baylor that had Bama.
he's
offered.
not a running back.
He is a running back.
But he's not the type that's going to get the ball and run straight ahead. He's not.
Okay, so I see Grandview having one of their best teams they've ever had,
Yeah, pull
and they're
them up.
not the biggest bunch on the line, and they run the ball very well.
We're on a 3-game winning streak, and we went from running the football to chucking it all over the place. So you can argue it either way.
Deering can throw the ball pretty
Deering
well.
throws a good ball.
But what
Yeah.
I'm saying is, you can argue. He wanted to
We're talking
argue
about
that.
stylistically. What do you think works better
On the average,
on the average?
On the
pound.
average, you can run. I think in high school, on the average, you want to. My opinion, I want to run the football if I can, because there's a lot less mistakes that can happen when you run the football. Because when you throw a pass, there's 2 bad things that can happen.
Yes.
yeah.
It can be intercepted, or it can be incomplete. All right, so I'll take my chances in running the ball.
And,
Well,
and you can fall forward
and
when
I
you
can-
run the
well,
ball.
I can-
Go ahead.
But
And also,
you can if you got the athletes and you can spread it out.
But you got to
too.
get the ball to
if
them.
you got a line, you got a big line, you got a good line that can block. I mean, why not run? I mean, I think you can teach a lot. You can teach a lineman how to make a hole a lot easier than you can teach a guy to run a route and not have to figure out where that guy's going to go. I mean, you can teach a guy how to block at the line. Am I right? A lot easier than
If
you
you
can teach.
have a good line.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that's what.
But
That's
I think
what
you
all
could
boils down
scheme
to.
better with a ground and pound type team than you can spread. But here's the other thing, and you tell me, because once again you've been a defensive coordinator. I think on a daily basis, if you are going against ground and pound offense, that's going to make you physically tougher. That's going to make you mentally tougher. And so when you get in those games that are hard fought, cold weather, wet weather, whatever, I think there is an advantage to that. What do you think?
Oh, I agree with that.
Versus a finesse style
Valley
team.
does a pretty good job of spreading that.
Wait, you got to take Valley out of the equation.
They're playing Class 1 and Class 2 schools. 7 of their schools are playing Class 1, Class 2. They need to go. They're not 1 and 2 anymore. They need to go get Class 3, 4 schools, Class 5 schools. Then we'll talk.
They played Park Hills. They
don't.
Didn't? Yeah.
No,
not this
I'll
year.
I'll bet you.
Okay, they may not
They
have.
don't.
They used to.
No, yeah,
they never have. They
they
played Park Hills.
did.
Yes, they did.
No.
They played St. Jim.
They did play Park Hills, and like the last 4 times they played, Park Hills lost to them 1, 2, and 3. And the last time Park Hills beat them, which was probably in 06.
Okay, that's 06.
You
Come
asked
on now.
when, and I'm telling you that you
That's
said they never did.
15
You said
they
never
never played.
I'm
They
talking
never.
about recently.
Right.
Okay,
Oh,
recently.
06 was kind of recent.
Okay, recently they haven't
15
played. them.
years? Come on now.
So what? You're still.
Yeah,
So you're telling me Valley's not any good?
No, I'm saying Valley needs to go. I'm telling you right now, Valley needs to get off
Hot
the
take.
1 and 2A schools,
take.
and they need to go play Class 3, Class 4 schools.
Well, they are right now.
No, they're
but
not.
They
Go
are.
look at their schedule. St. Jim.
Right now, they're gonna have to. Zach
I
in
know.
districts. That's what I'm talking about. We're
Okay.
talking about district football.
Okay, I'm talking about pre-district. I'm talking about their regular season. Because here's what's going to happen. Sorry, no offense, but no offense, Jefferson and St. Pius. That ain't getting you ready for St. Mary's. Sorry, St. Mary's schedule's getting them ready for state playoff run. Valley playing Class 1 and Class 2 schools week in and week out is not preparing them.
Well,
I would agree.
We shall see.
why don't you
shall see.
get on the phone and tell Judd?
I would agree.
Oh, what's this?
St. Jim, is this their schedule? St. Jim,
They play
Skylines
Skyline.
Class 2.
Okay, St. Jen,
There's 1.
Vincent,
That's 1.
St. Dominic,
Okay, bad Class 3.
Borgia,
Okay, bad Class 3, Class 4.
Okay. Well,
R7.
Three of their 9 games. 3.
R7.
That's Class 2.
Okay, New Madrid County Central,
That's Class 2.
Westminster,
Bad Class 3.
St. Pius.
Class 1.
Oh,
and Westminster's 4.
Okay, over half their schedule is still Class 1, Class 2. Like I said.
They're still playing half their schedule. They're playing bigger.
They're they're the number 2 ranked team in state. Go play good schools.
Maybe
How
no one
many
wants to play
state
them.
titles do they have?
How many state titles? 15, 16, however many. But they're not 1A. They're Class 3. Go play Class 3.
Why are they Class 3, Zach?
Championship factor. We don't
Well,
have to worry about. We don't have to worry about that if we don't win.
Do they have as many students as Pius?
Well,
I'm asking you, do they have as many students as Pius?
Matter.
So then they're
Okay,
playing
South
schools.
Iron- South
so
Iron
they are
has 5
playing
kids.
schools their size. Are they not playing schools their size? Answer the question.
No, they're not.
Are they
because
playing schools their size?
Bishop has them ranked at Class 3.
According to population, are they playing schools their size?
It doesn't matter.
That's what it's based on.
No, it's not.
It isn't anymore because they added a championship
Why?
factor.
And why did they have to do that? Because they were winning.
So are we going to do that in basketball?
They already do.
So what's South Iron moved up to?
I don't. They're public.
But hey,
They're a public
Kevin
school.
brings up a good question.
Go ahead.
Why would a larger school play them?
Yeah.
Because they're a Class 3 school. A Class 3 school should be playing them.
Okay, so what a Class 4 school going to play them? We were talking about this points.
No,
thing.
they're not going to want to play them.
Class 4 school,
Why are they going to play them? They don't want to play them.
If I'm a Class 4 school that's state ranked and wants to go get a playoff game, wants to go deep in the playoffs, I'm going to go schedule
But
them.
it's going to hurt your points.
It's going to hurt you.
Not if I win.
If you win is the question.
If.
Do I care about that, or do I care about making a playoff run?
Well, I want the best matchup so I can make a playoff run. I'm playing for the matchup
Still
too.
got to beat everybody, though.
You have to beat everybody. Okay,
You politician, you. I knew you
have
were
to-
going to ride the
have to
fence,
beat everybody.
ride up your freaking butt crack, ride that fence.
You have
you
to
had said a
beat
damn
everybody.
thing the whole time.
Just listen, buddy. That's what I do.
Gosh.
That's
Go
what I
play.
do.
Vote for Riley Blair.
It's no different when it's a bad team needing to play bad schools to compete and build a program. You are upper echelon team. Go play other upper echelon teams. You have no business playing the weak, lame, and blind. Go play somebody competitive.
Now he's calling all those people on their schedule the weak, the lame, and the blind.
Comparatively, yes, and everybody else said that. That's why they're not in the conference anymore.
Shooty might not come back from assignment because you said that.
Okay. That's why they're not in I-55 conference, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
am I wrong in anything that I've said? Blair?
No, I think
okay, thank you.
you can't. No, you can't ask him. He's
Blair.
You kidding me right now?
Your mum's the word for you.
No,
Hold
I'm
on,
not.
Hold on, time out, Mr. South Iron.
Go for it.
Did you play a bunch of Scrub-a-Dub 1A teams when you were at South Iron, or did you go play upper level competition?
We also had to play Scrub-a-Dub 1A
But
teams.
did you? Is that all your schedule was?
No, we went to Park Hills and played.
Exactly.
We played
Did
Class
that
three,
North County
Class
done
four.
this year, past year?
Park Hills.
Park
Did
Hills.
South Iron
I'm pretty
do
sure. I'm pretty sure South Iron played who? Who else?
Waynesville.
No, who else?
Yeah, CBC.
Okay, CBC.
Vashon.
St.
Yeah.
Paul
I'm missing
Lutheran.
someone.
Yeah.
No,
They played. They
No,
played.
yeah,
their
they didn't.
non-con.
They played St. Paul Lutheran.
in districts.
They're non-con. They're non-con. They loaded.
Yeah.
Okay. What conference is Valley in right now this year? None. They're not in a conference right now. They're going to eventually be in the MAFC next year. Nobody knows what color they're going to be in, red, white, or blue.
Right.
Well, they're not going to be in the low one.
Okay. I'm just saying, but they're not technically in a conference. You could have gone independent for however many years and not had to play Grandview and whoop them up 70-0. Not play. How many teams beat Valley since when they rejoined the JCC I-55?
Herky did. Herky's the last one to do it.
And it's the only one. It's the only team. So you all are head coaches. Don't you want to go play better competition? Yes or no?
I do.
I know you do.
Yeah. Hey, you want
I
to play
know you do.
Waynesville?
If they want to come here,
No, we
I
gotta
don't
go
wanna
down
what? No, I don't want to drive down there.
Keep talking smack about me though, and see what happens. We're going down there on a Saturday. You're playing JV game.
What are you talking about? You and the turn in your pocket?
No, it's not my pocket.
Okay. Anyway, I digress. You talk. I'm done talking.
He just got mad. He ripped on me 13 or 14 more times. I'm going home.
All right, our producer is telling us that we need to take a break on this one. So, but anyway, so we'll take a short break and we'll be back. And you guys are watching the coach.
And Zac McVey fall forward. We'll be right back.
Hey everyone, this is Chris Miller from the Coach's Box. Really appreciate you guys joining us tonight for our broadcast. And right now I just want to show you how you can follow us on Facebook so you can be a part of all the fun that we have on a weekly basis. So if you search in Facebook for the Coach's Box, you scroll down, you find this little button right here that says follow. I click it. Now I'm following the show. I get a chance to see all of our old broadcasts, all of our old shows, and get to be a part of the fun that we have on a weekly basis. We really enjoy doing the show. We love interacting with our fans through Facebook comments, Facebook posts. It ends up being a lot of laughs. We rip on each other. We'll talk sports. We'll talk life. We'll talk a little bit about everything. So if you want to be a part of that fun too, join us weekly for the Coach's Box right here on our Facebook page that you're now following.
Whether it's residential or commercial, Home by SMCI has the right products for you. Global Plasma Solutions will attack your bacteria, mold, viruses, and even help with dust in your house. They install easily in less than 45 minutes, and it's an invaluable investment for the rest of your life. If you're interested in any of the products they offer, give Home by SMCI a call today at 636-337-4444 or email them at service@homebysmci.com.
Hey everybody, this is Chris Miller from the Coach's Box. If you haven't already, you need to go to our Facebook page and you need to like our show, the Coach's Box Facebook page. And it's real simple. I'm just going to show you guys what it kind of looks like on Facebook right now. And as you can see, you just find us here at The Coach's Box. We keep it pretty simple, especially for guys like Jarvis who can't read or write. And as you see right here, I'm going to go ahead and click follow, and now I'm following the show. And I should be already, but hey, whatever. And this when I do this, I have the opportunity to see our Facebook pages pop up live, and you guys continue to share and be a part of the show, comment, like it. We always encourage you guys to be part of it, because we just do this because we enjoy messing with each other, talking sports, talking whatever in life, and interacting with you guys on a regular basis. So like our show, follow it, and continue your support. We appreciate it, and we'll see you guys here in a little bit. Thanks.
All right, and we're back on
jumped
the
right on back.
Hey, we
You
jumped
like
right
that,
on back
didn't
on
you?
the Coach's Box. Hey, before we move on to what you all really want to talk about, I'm going to ask you this question. Halloween's coming up.
Oh, yeah.
So this is off the cuff here. You tell me what is the best Halloween candy, and then I'll tell you how you're all wrong. What's your favorite Halloween candy? And go.
Reese's peanut butter cups.
That's a good one.
I just took it.
You did.
I took it.
You did.
I take
did.
it.
I'm Snickers.
You gonna like it.
I'm a Snickers guy.
Snickers. All right.
Candy corn? I'm gonna go
Oh,
no.
God awful.
You want
He
some-
is on assignment.
Do you
He
want
is-
some Werther's Original too while you're at it?
I'll get you guys all going.
Oh.
You cannot be serious.
Hey,
I'm not
tell us
serious.
what your favorite Halloween candy is. Everybody that's tuning in.
All
and-
four of you. We just
Yeah,
lost everybody on
I
that.
know,
They're
on
like,
that
are you shitting me? Really? Candy corn?
Although, if you guys like Payday. Anybody like Payday? All right, so hey, get you some candy corn, peanuts, put it together. There's your homemade Payday. I'm just saying.
Okay,
Anyway, go
Blair,
ahead.
seriously, which one? Yeah, not.
I mean, I'm gonna go Reese's. That's
Reese's.
That's
Hey,
He
now
took
listen,
Reese's
it's
right
not-
off the bat, the jerk.
It's not the cups though. It's the pumpkins. When it's Valentine's Day, it's the hearts.
Well, they're
when
so
it's
much
Christmas,
bigger.
Yeah, well, and the peanut butter to chocolate ratio. Oh, so good, so good.
He's like, I'm hungry.
popcorn
Yeah,
balls.
Whoppers.
Whoppers.
Coach Meyer.
Hey, popcorn
Hey.
balls were awesome. Like back in the day
Back
when
in the
we
day.
were kids, and you would go to those the older people's houses to get the popcorn balls, man. Love them.
Crunch
Now,
bar,
the
Crunch
worst
bar.
Halloween candy besides candy corn is the ones, I don't know what the hell they are. It's the black and the orange wrappered ones. What are those? That's all they are. They're just black and orange wrappers. You ever seen those?
Maybe.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking
You
about.
go-
Hard candy, like harder.
I
candy.
think so. Yeah, but they're in little black and orange.
Like
Black ones.
look like taffy.
Yeah,
Oh.
there's the ones in black, and then there's ones in orange,
what they
and
are,
it's
though.
that's the worst thing. It's like, oh, here you go. You're like,
What's the
oh man, where's
was
popcorn balls?
big
at?
when I was a kid was the sucker that was like a caramel on the sucker. What was the suckers called?
How many licks does it take to get to the center
Tootsie
of a
Rolls?
Tootsie Pop?
No, not a Tootsie Pop. It was
caramel. Yeah, I know. I can
Help
see
us
it.
out. Help us out if
What?
you're watching.
You have no idea. I don't know.
I can see it.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
just see it
Skittles.
too.
Skittles.
Now wait a minute. I love Skittles.
Oh, yeah.
When I was helping baseball at Grandview, and people have sunflower seeds, I had 2 bags of Skittles.
That's what I.
And I'm sitting there
All right,
eating
Marshawn.
Skittles. Oh my gosh, I love them.
That's what
I haven't had any Skittles in a long time. Kind of like to have some Skittles.
Kyle is right. Don't let Blair fool you. It is Skittles. I have Skittles on the sidelines. I have a hang in my pocket at every game, and that's what I'll eat. Skittles during games.
I like the officials that they'll put all their candy they're all they're peppermints or whatever it is that they put on the board, and then they come by. I'm like, man, I figure if I was doing that, I'd afraid I'd choke on. Got the whistle and I'm running, yeah. But
man,
Good
the
stuff.
peanut
That was
butter
good right
balls.
Sugar Daddy, that's what it is.
Sugar Daddy?
Roxana McVey.
Oh, okay, well,
That was a sugar daddy.
Yep.
Sugar Daddy, I knew. Yep.
so all right. So Miller,
What?
broach our last topic of the day here. You guys,
Basketball season's coming up.
Did you see my backwards commercial?
I had no idea what the hell
I
was
didn't
going on.
understand it either. I said,
Why is everything backwards?
and then when Kevin said it was because selfie mode was on, I'm like, well, I'm not.
What is that?
It's not. I'm not tech. Yeah.
I'm like, why is Jason doing everything backwards?
Why
right
is
now?
my book that I'm using to try to prepare for Chris Miller's?
my son says
Flex.
normal Reese's are better. No, son, you're wrong. You're wrong. Regular, nope.
Yes, it's good. Basketball season is here.
What days it start?
Monday.
Hey, it's ready. I'm ready.
November 1st.
Can you believe that? It's
Already here.
I mean, the first part of the school year always flies by. It just it does.
I remember when it ended last year.
Do you?
It was like a couple weeks ago.
His summer
fast.
schedule. Hey, I don't think I've ever been so busy with his summer schedule this year.
Oh, horse
hey, you know
crap.
what? It's
You
like,
mean
hey,
that-
can we
that
go?
was more-
Can we go on vacation? No, sorry.
Sounds like
honey.
they went to more. It sounds like they had more than 20 contact days then.
Like you had 20 per coach.
20 per coach. Well, crap, then you'd have 100,000 days or whatever.
20 per coach and 20 per team.
I don't want to hear it. Cross country. Oh wait, it's
that's
conditioning.
such a bunch of
what I mean?
crap.
That's year round.
I know.
Conditioning
Our
year round.
conditioning is our sport. Come on now.
I know. They have no regulations at all.
Well, they said
We're just conditioning.
The kids just ran on their own. I can't stop them.
we didn't pick up any ball. Do anything with it.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah, how can you even do anything about that? Where's the regulation at? What
There is
are there any rules to it? Really?
No.
There's no rules about cross country conditioning, having preseason. Hey, you just can't be around them. Like none of you.
Hey.
It's like none of you guys are gonna be out there running with them, right?
Y'all
just-
get on the bicycle.
Can't.
Get on the
Well,
bicycle.
then that's contact because you're close enough to coach. Run faster. Well, that's contact.
Hey,
That's what. So
You
if
just
I
drive
stand
down-
here at the school until you get back,
Well, you could be there for conditioning. You just can't coach.
you just can't coach it.
wouldn't that count as
Left
weightlifting?
foot, right foot.
It's
Left
conditioning.
foot,
Wait,
You can do that. You can do
it's
that.
like weightlifting.
You can do that.
No. I'm not saying like you're running cross country. It's like weightlifting. It's conditioning. So you practice for cross country is conditioning. So it falls under that little. Oh, you can do conditioning.
Speaking of,
if I
Just
forget
saying.
where I'm at and I just keep driving down 67 and all of a sudden I turn around and say, oh man, I was going the wrong direction and go the other direction, well, it's the same thing.
Okay, Grandpa. Worther's
Forgot where I was
original.
going.
Forgot where you were going.
hey, that's gonna be this guy in a few years. Hey, Dad, we got to go to practice.
Practice. Shoot! I'm running practice today. Gosh.
Let me put my teeth in. All right, gotta go.
I don't know, but I think
Dan, we gotta go to practice. All right, Dan, no, stop. You ain't got your pants on.
I've aged pretty well. I mean,
Dad, put your pants on. Oh, no, Dad. No, Dad. Oh, no.
shoot.
All right. Yeah.
Hey, don't hate the player, hate the game. I mean, you know,
That
don't hate the player,
that might
hate
have
the
been the
game.
comment of the night right there.
A lot of jealousy in this room.
Jarvis, what's your dad wearing to coach? Dude, come on, man. Come on, he just woke
Could
up.
be.
He put his teeth in.
Oops, I crapped my pants. How did you know? I'm wearing them. And I just did.
Oh, man.
Hey, guys, practice is over. Why? I farted.
I thought I farted, but I sharted. I am not going to be coaching still, by the way.
Yeah.
Coach Jarvis, how come you don't yell as much anymore? When I do, I poop my pants. More low key now.
All right, so moving on to the basketball.
It'll be his brother. It'll be his brother.
Hey, talk about fall forward. That's going to be this guy right here.
I will not be falling forward.
Exactly.
Oh man.
It'll be Grandpa. Grandpa will be in the stands, and his brother will be coaching him.
Hey, can't help it.
It is what it is. No, I'm really excited about basketball since we're talking about it ish. I mean, it's been a long time. Ready to get it going.
It's not been a long time.
What?
It's not been a long time.
Yeah,
It's been
it
a
has.
couple weeks.
Riley, you got a freaking time machine or
No,
something?
he's talking about how much he's been coaching basketball, and it's year round.
wait.
Girls Black Cat land.
Oh, so contact days. 3 hours of practice, huh?
Last 7 weeks, buddy, you get that free reading rain there. You know?
The free reverie.
Freedom rain.
I was about to say, like,
Freedom rain.
I don't even know what you're saying right now. You sound like you're president of the United States.
I know, he did sound like a politician there.
Solid.
I mean, right now you don't have to put coherent words together, and you'll be fine.
That's all I need.
Just saying.
It's called Rileyisms.
I know someone that might be looking for a campaign manager. We'll talk about it afterwards.
Hot take.
Oh.
No, I mean, I think it's going to be fun. You know, I got some kids who are rearing to go, and I really hope that one of us dethrones the conference champs this year. It's going to be a little harder for us.
They're coming for you, Bruce.
I'm sure Coach Winkler's probably commenting on that on the girls' side. I'm sure he's using that same ammo there.
Well, I mean, you know, you got the small army. You're like China. You wear red, and you got a bunch of people to fight.
Next wave.
Oh, man.
Red Dawn.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
Hey, wait, where do you play? Do you play Grandview at Grandview, or you play them at home?
We played a 4-game night at Grandview.
At Grandview.
I mean,
Hey,
he's
you know,
already
Coach
asked
Winkler,
me, Chris.
I know you're watching this. Red Dawn, here they come as they get off the bus.
Chris, he's already asking me if I have extra uniforms that I can give to him. Seriously.
Have cuts.
I'm sitting in class the other day, and I get this text message. You got any extra? I'm like, what? Are you serious, dude? Like, no, I don't think I'm going to have any extra. I had 18 freshmen show up to the meeting.
Hey.
Well, that's
yesterday.
good numbers, man.
Solid.
18.
That's the most kids I've ever seen in the class, boys.
Yeah.
How many of them
I
are-
didn't say I was keeping 18.
How many?
just said
I've
they
already
were
said,
there.
like, how many of them are going to stick? How many of them are going to keep?
I don't know.
there?
I think there was a lot of kids wanting to get out of class.
Could have been.
I hate that, but that's pretty true.
Yeah, but I mean, we did have 18. I'm freshmen. We're not keeping 18 freshmen, but it's good to have a good number meeting and stuff. So I'm pumped.
I'm just really looking forward to November 19th. We can find out where districts we're in.
That's my. That's.
Yeah,
I thought you were.
class.
I thought
Districts
you-
in class.
I thought you were saying that because that's when my first game
that's
is. Is
your opening
November 19th, the opening night for us.
Where,
so-
where,
7
who do you play?
a.m. November 19th.
Bayless
Where?
at home.
At Herculaneum.
I gotta get a camera up there.
Or you
Right
could
behind
just,
the bench.
or you
in the
could just
coach's
ask-
box there.
Or you could just ask him for film.
Or hey,
Or
maybe,
just sit behind the bench and take notes.
Yeah.
Just come up and do the coach's box and
Do we
film it
have,
up.
are we going to have a game that? I don't even know.
No, we
what
don't
our
have a game
schedule-
that-
I don't have to
no.
worry
Friday
about
night.
any of that stuff. He tells me when to
It's
show up,
early.
show up.
We were supposed to play him on the 23rd, but they moved the tournament up north. Southside
class.
tournament like is 2 weeks long
2 weeks
now.
long.
what?
Yeah, so
Why?
they're like, "Hey, can we reschedule that game to later in the year?" And I'm like, "No, I want to get an early game."
Yeah.
Oh, COVID. COVID sucks.
COVID's why they made it a 2 week long thing.
That's what we hear.
Why would you want to spread it out?
Space games out to not as many people.
No.
In certain places.
I just hope that we don't have. I mean, knock on wood, that we didn't have any issues or that many issues in football season.
Well, volleyball
Hopefully-
didn't either, and they're inside, so I don't see why
I
we're
don't know. It's
freaking
gonna
out.
get cold.
Yeah, that's the.
Get cold.
Yeah.
A lot
Yep.
of colds are going to go around.
You mean people could actually get the flu?
What's that?
I don't know. It's something my grandpa talked about.
Well, I mean, I don't like this whole process of not knowing what district you're in.
I don't
2 weeks into
understand.
the
I
season.
don't. What is the rationale?
It's because some schools say they're going to start with the program, the small schools, and then they don't.
Well, if they don't, they don't.
Then have the eight.
They want to have it.
districts.
They want to have it equitable across the board.
Oh my gosh!
And why not?
You can't have it. Well, you can't. It's not equitable when you
never.
have one class that
I
is
agree.
300 and another class that is 600.
Yes.
I know. I know. I'm not saying. I'm just. But
You asked why. I said, here's the rationale. I didn't say it was
equitable-
great.
Equitable for what? The number of teams in a district.
Well, if you don't, if
Is
you
that
want,
what you're saying? The number of teams?
No,
Well,
How are the
teams in a class.
In each class.
Teams
each
in a
class
class.
does not have the same amount of
Why
teams.
does it
right?
matter? Because you
No.
might have in the. Hold on. If you look at the geography of the state,
That
you
geography
got-
doesn't matter. Just ask Blair.
But what I'm saying is that
No, it doesn't.
our side of the state compared to the other side of the state isn't even close in terms of small itty bitty schools. That's why 10 years ago they tried to consolidate all these K districts on the west side of the state, moving into the high school into singular counties or trying to create high schools. I don't.
Hey, you know Missouri is the only state still with K schools. I don't think there's any state left with K schools. And I think when I did that research on the 4-day school week, I think that's when I came across that.
Wow.
So we have all these little schools. I'm a firm fan of consolidation, big time. And I come from small schools. I think the school districts should be consolidated, and then you should, in that district, if you can have multiple schools, you could have them. You know, you could reduce the size of the high schools and whatever within those. I just think it's dumb. I agree with you, but the reason why they do it is, okay, use your Scott County Central and then Delta and Orion, which was the 3 teams that were going to go to the quarterfinals every year. Because for girls basketball, there were no other programs in that whole area in that same class,
Right.
unless you drove way the hell away.
Right.
I mean, wait.
Right.
Okay.
But there
you're-
were 3 right there.
That's it.
Okay, that's
That's it.
still better than 1.
But then you
Still better than automatic.
would
That's still better
have
than automatic.
I agree, but then again, how the rubber bands play, because then your next school that was close was that Chadwick district, which is
I can
literally
stretch my rubber band as far as I want it.
until it flops back and hits you.
Hell, then it hits me.
Have you ever been hit with a rubber band?
Yeah, it hurts.
The rubber band guns are worse. I'm just saying it's a long way to go. And where you drive up north, you run into bigger schools.
But hold on. You don't think Mid-Missouri, the Hannibal, Mexico, the Fulton, those conferences, or go down in the Springfield area, look at Rolla, and they have to go all the way down to Kickapoo. The big schools travel just as far on conference Monday night, Tuesday night,
What
Wednesday,
do they have
Thursday.
that small schools don't have?
I'm going to say what
Money?
buses, which
It's not
that's
equitable
another-
at that
That's
point.
another debatable topic that I wanted to talk about.
Trust me,
but we
because
can do that.
when I worked at Couch, and it's a real school, Couch, they had 100 kids in the school.
One of his 10 schools.
Yeah. Shut up, Chase. Go poop your pants. Anyway, when
I'm
you,
not old and senile yet.
yet.
3-letter words.
So when I worked at Couch and you're
younger
making
than
like
most of them.
$30,000, now I don't even think that was what the salary was for 5 years of experience. Then you go and you said Rolla, Kickapoo, and those schools. What's the same teaching salary? How much money are they getting in? There's no comparison. So they can't. Yeah, they can go on a little charter bus. They can go on one of those
But
big
we're
buses.
talking about time, though. We're still talking about the fact that it's a Monday night or Tuesday night, and you've got a 2-hour drive from
you
city
can
to
do
city.
it. It's there. You can do it, but it's the expense, and that's where the superintendents, because they're the ones who get to pull the big string and vote. They're the ones who said, we're not going to do that. We're a small school. We don't have the money to get in these buses. Yeah, we had to drive 4 hours to play a game on a Tuesday night. Not great, but if we had the money, more of them would be more apt to do it than Rolla. Oh yeah, that's not a big deal. Go ahead. You know what? Fill the bus up. feed the kids too while we're at it, and let's buy something nice for the bus driver and cheerleading coach.
Hey, if these guys can fundraise $5 million, I'm just whatever.
Yeah.
In your golf tournament, hey, you know what? If it's that important to that basketball program, go fundraise. Hey, we're gonna go fundraise for the buses.
But you go in those small communities, and it's like sucking blood from a turnip, because every other activity,
They don't
sport,
have the
whatever.
program.
And then
So you're denying kids? I'm just
No,
saying.
I'm not. That sounds like the superintendent who doesn't want to let go of the purse strings.
Because there's no money. There's no money. There's no money. Except what they make. But there's no money.
There we go. Let's
Okay,
start there.
but let's just say it's $40,000 more than what it should be. $40,000 goes pretty quick when you talk about athletics and paying for this, paying for that, paying officials, transportation, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, Kevin, you've been AD, though, that money goes real quick.
Yeah,
Yep.
especially when you have tournaments.
No, tournaments make you money, don't they? Oh, when you host them. When you host them. Now when you go to them.
That's a subject that we can talk about on another show, because I've wanted to bring that up, but we can do
Tournaments?
that. No, talking about the whole teacher pay and all that.
We can always talk about teacher pay.
Yeah, teacher pay is always a good subject. A subject I don't like to talk about.
You can't call it like you see it.
Equitable.
I can only call it how I see it a little bit.
It's public knowledge.
Equitable.
It is public knowledge, yes.
You want to go on the Postal Dispatch website and look up anybody, you can.
I know, I've done it before just to see how much more people are doing the same job I am is making just maybe a few.
So
miles
it's
or
not
up the road,
equitable.
down the road.
That's we'll talk about it.
Oh,
Maybe. That
okay,
could be
there's
a-
hot take.
Yeah.
Next week, write it down. Put it on the board, along with Jarvis's bets. Blair's bets. Nope.
Oh.
I think on that one.
Well, you know what, guys? Hey, it's going to be a fun season, I think, for all of us. I think hopefully it looks like it's going to be, exciting. One, we get to all kind of be in the same gym, coaching on the same night. That'll be fun.
So we can talk about that now. That will adjust our schedule for the show.
Yes.
So we're going to bump things back. We're going to try and have it now on Wednesday nights. Have a set schedule on Wednesday nights at 8:30.
Yes.
So for the viewers and the followers, just to letting you guys know now that we're going to go ahead and do that at least until games start, and then once again we'll have to figure out.
We'll have
once
to
all
make
the games-
adjustments. I mean, we'll just, there might be a Wednesday that one of us isn't here.
Hey, some of us going to have a big adjustment coming up in a few weeks.
Yes.
Oh, that would be me.
He forgot already.
I think we'll try to keep the.
Well, you guys said I can't remember anything, so yes.
Grandpa, you're gonna have a kid?
Baby Jarvis will be here soon. Yes.
We'll try to keep the hour and 15 minutes, roughly, just on those nights, just to try to keep it, get out of here at a decent hour and get you guys to bed. Some of you guys need to go to sleep around here.
Dude.
Yeah.
I could keep going all night.
You guys all talk a lot, so it's not like, how are we gonna make that show an hour and 15?
I don't
We gotta
know.
put a timer on it.
I bet it will.
We need
Parliamentarian.
Speaking of time, we need to bring back timeout tirade. We need to bring it back.
Don't we always
During
have like a
basketball
timeout
season?
tirade?
No, we need to.
Me and you just had a tirade not too long ago.
Against each other.
Hey, that's what. Hey, give the people what they want.
Don't worry when we get
Are you not entertained?
Yeah.
You off the rails.
So take us out, Chris.
Well, okay, tune in next week for another exciting episode of the Coach's Box. We will be on Wednesday at 8:30.
And tell them, people that you share this show to, hit those 3 dots.
3 dots.
Share it.
Look, if Riley can do that, everyone can do it.
right.
If Jarvis can,
If I can do it,
y'all
everyone
for
can
damn
do it.
sure can.
Because I just felt myself backwards.
And don't forget, if we get to 1,000 before next week's
Next
show,
Wednesday.
Riley's going to give out 4 $10 gift certificates.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to randomly. Yep.
That's right.
Okay. Then this is the best one. This is what the people want. Okay, they want to see us get harm inflicted to us or something. 1,100. When we hit 1,100, I'm getting a pie to the face.
You better write this down.
All right, I'm not going to forget.
It's
1,200.
It's on video.
1,200. Jarvis getting pie to the face.
Why am I getting a pie?
Because that's what people want
People
to see.
want it. People want to
No,
see.
they want to see Blair and his bald head get a pie.
1,500.
1,500.
1,500.
I mean, he's the one that's going to look like the grandpa.
Pie to the face.
That's why I'm the last one, then, so it gets more people to do it.
That's right.
Yep.
Hey, I'm the easy target. We just work our way up. Okay? But anyway, for all the guys, for everyone here, thanks to Kevin for running the board. Even though we couldn't get your microphone to work worth a damn, oh well. Things happen.
We'll get it.
We'll get it. We always had to work the bugs out. But again, thanks for tuning in tonight for the Coach's Box. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. And we'll see you all next Wednesday at 8:30.
Have a good night.